What's up, everybody? How are you? Welcome to Meet the Brooks. So this is new for us. I've been doing video blogs and stuff for years on iCandy TV, but somehow I convinced my husband to do a channel with me on our family, and I thought something fun to do would be able to review a show since we watch it all the time. You know, Power is over, and we watch Power together every Sunday morning, like at midnight, right, when it would come on. And now Power Book 2, is that what's called, Power Book 2? Ghost is on. And I was like, why don't we just review it? That can kick off our channel, and it gives us something to do together since we are up watching it together. Now, we didn't take notes, so we are already starting off unprofessional, but hey, we gonna just gonna have to do it.
You're not supposed to say that.
We're not?
No.
Why?
Because you're always a professional. What are you talking about?
Well, thank you so much. Well,
they say this is a big
so y'all, this is Mike. This is Mike, my husband. Say what's up to the people.
What's up, y'all? Michael Brooks, aka Michael Jace, aka everybody's favorite baby daddy, because all the kids be at my house. And this is Mrs. iCandy.
That's
y'all
right.
know her.
Yes.
She the star. I'm the co-star.
Oh my gosh, whatever. He's a star on this channel. It's called Meet the Brooks. So, Meet the Brooks, you know? So let's just go ahead and get into it, babe. Let's just talk about it. Right. Off the dome. So they give you a recap on what happened on Power, which you guys know, Ghost got killed. He's still dead. You know, a lot of us was hoping that he didn't die, but Tyreek killed his daddy. And his mama, Tasha, is in jail. And Tommy left, and Drake is dead. I'm trying to think of what else. Angela was dead for real too. So yeah, we're just picking up from there. So this is about Tariq's story. Yes. So you're gonna have to help me, babe, because I'm not gonna remember everything that happened. So it started right there with Tasha being in jail, where cornrows going back with no lashes, no makeup. Now y'all know we're not used to seeing her look like this, but that's how she looking, because prison ain't glamorous. You know?
Free Tasha Green. First, you know what I'm saying? Free Tasha Green.
That's her Green?
Yeah, that's her maiden name. That's what she's talking about.
Okay. I was gonna say, what was
Tasha Green St. Patrick.
St. Patrick. Okay, so she's going by her maiden name?
Yeah.
Now, they didn't get a divorce. She's a widow.
That's what they've been calling her, though. Tasha Green.
Oh, okay. So, she's in jail. Yeah. And the lady that was the DA, remember the black lady? Was her name Tamika?
I think so.
She was the DA trying to get Ghost to go down.
Right.
She's actually defending Tasha in court. And what's the crooked cop's name?
Sachs
got Tamika to actually defend Tasha because, you know, Tariq is blackmailing him because he saw him at the crime. So she's actually in court with Tasha saying, you know, whatever, trying to get a deal. And Tasha admitted to murdering Ghost. Like, did she admit that time? Because she tried to set her boyfriend up. She got busted. Right. She gone ahead and took the L because she didn't want Tariq to take it. So she ain't objecting as far as I didn't kill him like that. She just took it. So Tamika is like defending her in court, trying to get her a deal and stuff like that, saying, you know what, Ghost was actually going to kill her. He was abusive. He was this, that, and the other, trying to paint Ghost out to be a bad guy. Right. And the person that's the prosecutor was like, okay, we need to go in chambers and talk. And that's where she offers the deal. What was the deal that she tried to offer her?
The deal was something like, they was trying to get like 5 years probation. Yeah, they was trying to make sure she didn't spend time in jail. Unfortunately, what happened was that they couldn't prove that there was gunshot residue, or they call it GSR, on an article of clothing on the suspect in question, but they did find everything on Tasha, or they think they found everything on Tasha. So that was the part that was interesting, because they've done their research already. You know what I mean? So they're trying to see, hey, like, who is the person who really killed Ghost, because she's saying it was her, but nothing is pointing to saying it is her. Right.
So initially, Tasha is ready to take this deal, but then Tamika talked to the prosecutor, and they like, hey, it's somebody else. because the height wise was taller than she is, and something ain't right. So Tasha's covering for somebody. She at least had an accomplice. We need to know the accomplice. Tell us the accomplice or deals off. Period. So Tamika reaches out to Tasha. They sit down and she's like, okay, look, girl, they done caught you. Somebody was helping you. Who was helping you? Tell me. And she was like, no, it was me. She was like, I mean, you covering for somebody. Who are you covering for? Tell me who it is. Is it Tariq? She's like, you fired. You're fired. No, we're not even doing it. Tasha just instantly was like, yeah, you're not about to throw Tariq in there. Because y'all know, Ghost didn't give them any money in his debt, with Tasha any money. He gave it to his children. The youngest daughter is still young, so she don't get that money for a while. And then Tariq gets it if he finishes college. So he had to get into this certain school and finish it before he gets the money. So Tasha, even if Tasha, gets out and Tariq serves time, she ain't getting shit because Tariq ain't finished school. Going to jail and all that kind of stuff. Prison is completely going to eliminate him. And I guess they will have to wait for baby girl to get some money.
Yeah, but ain't no telling how much it is though.
Right.
But they never see it. So.
Right. I mean, Ghost has some money, but
of course,
still, it's like he put them in a I'm still controlling y'all from the grave type of situation. And kind of good because they're kind of reckless anyway. But so Tasha fires, Tamika, which is like a little crazy because it's like, what you gonna do now? You know what I'm saying? So she's gonna get a public defender. So then she tells, Tamika calls Tariq and tells Tariq, like, your mama fired me. I don't know what she gonna do. And he like, why? And she said, because we know that there's somebody else that, did it and she won't tell. So Tariq instantly like, damn, it's me. And it's crazy to watch this dude who has caused so much trouble. Tariq has caused so much trouble. And you know what? Side note, I did not think he was going to be able to carry this show. But his name is Michael Rainey. Is that his name?
Rainey Jr. Yeah.
He is doing a good job having the show. Yeah. Because his acting is good. As much as we hate him, we only hate him because he's acting his butt off. Seriously. Because I couldn't stand Tariq, and I'm not liking him again this season. Just because I don't like that you think you're a man. You such a man. You done did all this kind of stuff. You out here making these moves, but somebody is still covering for you. Right. You know what I'm saying? You're not manning up and handling your business. So he tries to get Method Man, who is, I got to figure out his name. Hopefully next season I'll start remembering names and stuff like that. But Method Man is playing like this high top criminal lawyer, and Tariq is like, I want to get him. So he tries to get Method Man. Well, he watches Method Man do a case, and he's like killing it, doing a case for somebody, and he's like, I need to get this dude. So he, reaches out to him, stops him, I guess, outside and says, hey, I need you to defend my mom. And he like, good luck, little man. Basically, your mama gonna go to jail. She need to go to jail. Don't let that stop your life. I'm out. And he like, yo, how much? I need you to defend her. He said $500K.
Liquid. That means cash.
Cash money. Yeah. Or it ain't gonna happen. Do you think, like in the future, Teresa gonna be able to handle it, paying this man all his money?
Well, I think that part of the episode kind of
gave us a little bit.
Yeah, gave us some insight as far as him saying that. Meth's character was saying that you forced my hand. Yeah. Because Tariq did use other ways in order for him to kind of get on to the case due to peer pressure and due to publicity. So I think that was smart. I don't necessarily think he would need the whole $500K at this point. No, but I mean he's gonna need a chunk of it. Right. So we see the public defender actually come in and talk to Tasha. And she trash. Like, this is why, you do not want a public defender if you got like a serious case pending for you. I know some work hard and they do try, but it seems like when we see it portrayed on TV, a lot of them just be rushing through, trying to make you take whatever to just get off and then move on to their next case. And that's bull crap. You're supposed to represent me to your best ability. No, I'm not taking nothing. That sucks because she did get in there like, no, this is a good deal. You take this, like, girl, if you don't get your life, like, no, I'm not taking that. So she wasn't even listening to Tasha. She wasn't even like, hey, what's the case? What do you have? What's going on? Like, she was like, I can't find paperwork. Okay, you already messing up. You don't even know who I am. What's my name? It's like she was rushing her. Right. And I was like, yeah, this don't look good. This don't look good at all. So okay, what else happens? Tariq, he's trying to get into this class
it's like a reading class, some type of top class. Like maybe it was in the stipulations with Ghost. I don't know. I think he's trying to hurry up and get his degree quicker. Right. So that showed me that Tariq was actually really smart. You know what I'm saying? Because he graduated early, I guess, and got in early to the school. Mm-hmm. And now he's trying to figure out how to get through his degree faster than possible. So he wanted to get this advanced class to take him up there. Right. And this class has already started. So he'll be late joining the class, a week behind joining the class. Plus, it's really hard to get into this class. So he talks to like this lady, really pretty lady. I don't know her name yet, but she's like the counselor, and he's telling her why he want to do it and all that kind of stuff. And I guess she's on board. She's buying everything Tariq's saying. She talks to this other guy who's a teacher, black man, gentleman, and he really ain't for it. He like to help the underprivileged black kids, not the privileged ones. He don't like to help the privileged whites, and he don't want to help the privileged black kids. And she convinces him to give Tariq a chance, and they talk to the teacher to let, give him a chance to get into the classroom. Now, what did he have to do to get into the class? He had a meeting.
He had to read a book.
Okay.
I forget the name of the book, but he had to complete the book in like a few hours.
It wasn't even like a full 24 hours. It was like by the next day, you got to have a meeting with this guy about the book you read, which I thought was pressure. Like, just being a person that's been a college student before, right, you have other stuff to do. Like, I don't have all the hours to read a book, plus other classes. Some people work, some people, you know what I mean? Like, damn, like, how was he? Right. I thought that was crazy. They should have gave him a couple days. Maybe the class is that advanced when you gotta be that good. So Tariq is late. You don't want to show up late.
Exactly.
And they already looking at him crazy, but they okay, you late, whatever, let's talk about it. So let's talk about the book. What did you learn from the book? What about the end? What you think about the end? And he had to come out and say, I really didn't read the whole thing. I ain't have enough time. That made him mad.
Which I actually thought was a good thing for him to say, though, instead of him just kind of like faking his way through.
Yeah.
So
he told the truth. They didn't read it.
I think that was.
I thought that was unrealistic expectations for them. And then so when it was over, the teacher was kind of like, man, bye, you might read it, left. And then the guidance counselor and the other teacher was talking about it, and then the black guy was like, he ain't read it. And she was like, but you don't know what the hell he had to do. We telling him to read this. His mother is on trial for the murder of his father, and we read this book in a few hours. We don't know what he had to do the rest of that damn day, which was true. That's what I was thinking when they gave it to him. Like, damn, like a day. Like, if it wasn't Tariq the creep, and it was just a regular college student that came in on this much baggage in their life. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't think that's a lot? Like, give me a break. Like, I'm human. So I thought that was a lot. And I was happy that she said that. And she also said at least he told the truth. You know what I'm saying? He could have lied, which you said worked at his benefit. So he does end up reading it. But before that, they also tell him that in order, remember the dude, what was the guy named? The freak guy that Ghost was like partners with that got him into the school. I forget his name.
Yeah, his name is Simon.
Simon. That was his name.
Yeah, something. Yeah.
Don't make me call him American Idol. Simon Cowell. It's the only Simon I know. Simon says, okay, so the guy Simon, he also told Tariq, like, I got you in the school, but you actually have some other stuff you got to accomplish to stay in the school. Right. You're going to have to tutor a student as well. And I'm like, damn, so this dude is trying to got in early, trying to graduate early, and also they got him tutoring somebody. So yeah, Tariq is like really smart, which is disappointing that he's so smart and he want to be so damn dumb. Or waste that on trying to be Ghost, basically. So that's disappointing to me. Is that not disappointing to you? You made a face. That don't disappoint you that he's doing that? I mean, it's all this brilliant mind and he wants to be in the game.
No, I don't think he's trying to be Ghost though.
You don't?
No.
I do. I think he's trying to be Ghost.
Why do you think he's trying to be Ghost?
I mean, because, right now he's trying to get the money that Ghost left. But just think about before Ghost died, how he was trying to sell drugs in the school, follow Kanan around to learn the game. Teach me the game. Ghost, teach me the game. But this boy is actually brilliant and he's smart.
Yeah, so I think he's going to do things a lot differently. I think he might take the street game to a different level.
We'll see. I don't think he's smart enough. Like, I think he's book smart. I don't think he's street smart. And I think that's been the issue. That's how he got his sister killed. That's how he got, like all this other shit happening because he's not street smart. But that's just me. That's my opinion. You know
but the person he's tutoring is street smart and not book smart.
Yes.
So
and he's like the Ezekiel, and he's the top basketball player for the school. Yeah. So Tariq was like, what subject do I have to tutor him in? And it was funny because you said it before they said it. All of them.
Yeah, everything.
Like,
I knew that was coming.
Everything.
Right.
So basically, initially I was thinking, like, how is he going to do that? Like, how is he going to... So basically, Tariq got to do his work. Basically. But I mean, when it comes to testing stuff, how's he going to do that?
We'll see. They always make a way.
Yeah, you don't cheat.
I'm pretty sure a lot of these colleges nowadays do the same thing.
Yeah, I bet you they do. For their athletes?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
Or just pass them.
Yeah.
So he gets to know, he moves out of his room, which he found out that he had a friend that went there. That was cute for a second. But then he has to room with Ezekiel, the person he tutors. So he got to meet him. He go into that room. We see him banging some chick, when
college life.
Tariq come in, his roommate, there's 2T, is getting in with some chick. He like, give me 5 minutes, come back. So he's getting to know Ezekiel when Ezekiel takes him to his family celebration.
Yes.
At the house, barbecue, because he got this scholarship and he about to, be the family, savior. So we proud of you, bro. He get home, he brings Tariq with him. Hey, cousin Pete, they all partying. What's up? Woo, 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 woo. And that's Ezekiel's mother is actually Mary J. Blige. You know how we were looking at? Yes, Queen Mary J. And we see her in this scene. Tariq and Ezekiel's walking through the house. Ezekiel slapping his family members' fives. Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? Then he's like, I use the bathroom. He like, hey, it's down there. He go open the door. Somebody getting hit. Like, he keep walking in on scenes. This is one thing I'm scared about. Y'all know Stars, well, just Power in general was based off a lot of sexual scenes. I felt like if you signed up to be even a guest star on Power, you would have to sign a contract saying you didn't mind being naked.
Right.
You didn't mind sex scenes, because a lot of people had them. Remember, we even saw Fancy's Fancy, and we saw Lala's what?
Tata.
On TV. So
you think they're going to get Mary J. Blige a sex scene?
Probably.
I don't want to see that, though. I respect Mary too much. I don't.
You don't want to see Mary?
I don't want to see Mary. I don't want to see Mary.
I didn't even think about Mary's Fairy. I didn't even think about Mary and Method Man on here. We might end up seeing it. We'll probably definitely see Method Man getting it in. So what I was afraid of, though,
you know what Mary reminded me of? I'm sorry.
Who?
KK.
Off of Love and Hip Hop.
Yeah.
Like her character.
Yeah, it's like kind of based off that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I can see that. She's like a KK. So what I was afraid of, or what I am afraid of, it wasn't even Mary. Now I'm thinking about that. I'm like, oh man, I don't want to see hip hop soul. I don't want to see Mary out there.
I think.
Yeah, but I'm more so nervous that
she got too much clout for that.
I'm more so nervous that Tariq is gonna have a sex scene, and I really don't want to see that. I really don't want to see that. We don't watch him grow up, y'all. We don't watch him grow on this show, and I just don't want to see him. It's like seeing your cousin's little son or your neighbor's son having sex. Who wants to see that? That's like nasty.
That's like Game of Thrones before that show ended. How the kids kind of grew up on that, and then like close to the end of the series, they were showing like sex scenes and stuff. People was like, "No, we don't want to see this." Like they were like, "No, absolutely not. We don't want to see this. We know them since they were kids."
Right.
So hopefully. I
don't know how they're going to do it, though, because they're trying to show him in this new light as an adult. It's kind of like when singers they grow up, childhood singers or childhood actors, and they got to like get risque to kind of branch away from that. They all do something, not all of them. Some of them just don't. I guess a couple have crossed over nicely, but usually they don't unless they do something crazy. Lindsay Lohan went nuts. My boy Orlando Brown, bop, 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 bop. He had to just go nuts. Raven Simone done lost it. Jamie Worthfield from Family Matters, she did porn. Like, the Olsen twins, one was anorexic. Like they just like they try to like branch away. Miley Cyrus was trying to twerk and stuff.
But then you have some that's good at it though, kind of like Sammy. Like Sammy was a kid, and now he's making more adult themed music, and it fits him.
He did, but that's a certain genre. Like I don't think Sammy was like big pop crossover artist anyway.
Right.
I'm talking about the ones that was big. Like look at Chris Brown. Like when he first started, how he was all little and he had to go bad boy to grow up. You know, if we just saw the versus battle, Brandy and Monica.
Right.
Monica always had this grown woman vibe. Brandy was like the princess, like everybody loved her, and she had this good girl image, and she just rolled that all the way out. She'd never been able to like.
Right. Nobody
ever looks at Brandy like, oh, she's sexy. Like they don't ever look at her like that. Like it's like a respect thing. It's kind of how I hope Keke Palmer advances. I hope she stays like, you know. But okay, anyway. So yeah, I just don't want to see him have sex, but he probably will, and I'm going to be very uncomfortable. But so anyway, back to the barbecue scene. We find out that Ezekiel has a brother and a sister. Tariq's sitting there talking to the sister. They're vibing out. They're probably going to like each other. And then we see that his brother was the one that was getting head in the bathroom, and he was getting head by somebody's girlfriend.
It'd be like that.
So
it happens.
The girlfriend's guy comes to the party looking for her, and he's like, "Where's she at? Where's she at?" And you know, first the brother comes out. Mm-hmm. His name is Kane. I have a twist for that in a minute. But then a couple seconds later, the girlfriend comes out, and the boyfriend's like, "Hey, come on, let's go, let's get out of here." And then him and old boy got words, and then Mary's like, "We ain't doing this. Mm-hmm. Get out of here."
Cops pulled up.
Yeah. So. Well, for a minute, no, because he left at first, and then he came back, and he pulled his gun out.
Right.
And then the cops came. So that was that scene. And it was crazy, because as we were watching it, his brother, whose name is Kane, I was like, I seen that dude from somewhere. I know him. And I'm the type of person where when I'm watching something, if I recognize someone and I can't get off the top of my head, it ruins it for me. And so I can figure out who it is. So we had to pause it so I can Google who Kane was. And Kane was actually Bobby Brown on the New Edition movie, and also on Bobby Brown's movie, his life movie. And I was like,
great
okay.
Actor,
yeah, he is a great actor too, because he did a good job. First of all, as Bobby, but then seeing him in this role, completely different. So really good actor. And the way he was very, he seemed like he's very street smart, like very, very street smart.
He's definitely
right. So then we see a quick, like to wrap up that part, we see him, the guy that he got into it with, walking down some stairs, and then
walking up some steps.
Yeah, walking up some steps, and then Kane shoots him, kills him, and he's dead. And he goes get in the car, and Mary J's driving the car, and she wipes the blood off his face, and they drive off. Like she told him, you know, you got to handle this, and he handled it, and they leave. It just kind of shows that they are about that life.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
It's kind of like a black mafia.
Yeah, I don't know if Tariq is ready for this life.
No. What do you mean?
Their father is in prison because he was about that life, and now they keeping it going. And I don't know. Like I said, Tariq ain't ready for this. He ain't ready.
Tariq shot 2 people in his life. People we have vendettas with, not just a random person. You know
right.
What I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. So. Okay, so let's wrap it up. He goes on his Ezekiel's live.
Yes.
On Instagram.
Because he has a
lot of followers. He's a star player. He goes on his live, and he basically is like, I want to thank, you know, to the Esquire Method Man, I'll get his name eventually, for, you know, agreeing to represent my mom in this case. I really, really appreciate it. So basically, he put it out there that Method Man agreed to take on his case when he didn't. And gave him no money. You just did that, so now everybody like, oh, hashtag such and such, you know, St. Patrick, whatever, you know, and it's trending. And now it's like, if he say no, he an asshole. So he like, yeah, you basically like bum rushing and doing this. That's smart. So Tariq gave him some money because he ended up reaching out to Tasha's old daycare workers to make some money, flip some stuff and make some money. He gets some stuff, some product.
Who probably was dancing in P-Valley. We gonna find out Epiphany.
So he ended up got a little hustle going on the side of coming with this money, And he gives the dude $10,000. The dude's like, yeah, this I'll get you somebody else. This will cover your week worth, and that's it. We're gonna find you somebody else. So then we have the court case. The court date, and Method is handling Tasha.
Kind of like the pre-trial. Yeah.
Right, and they actually ended up I forget what happened, but they ended up dropping it. Like, okay, we gonna drop it because they made it seem like what did they do? He asked Tasha to name the killer. She said Dre did it, and then they said it couldn't be Dre because there was no stuff on his thing. Right. So then she has to step another killer and tell her night before, you gotta say somebody. Method tell her that you gotta say somebody or shit ain't gonna work. Right. So,
but the problem was that she already been caught in lies.
Right, a lot of lies.
So then her charges would be different because she'll go down for perjury.
Right. So in court, I'm trying to figure out what she gonna say because Tariq told Method to tell her to say who did it. I know she's scared to name the person. I'm not scared of the results, so tell her to say it. So Method make sure he gives that message to Tasha. So I'm like, is Tasha gonna say something? She was like, he said that? He told you to say that? And I was like, is she gonna tell? I don't think she gonna tell. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, she ain't gonna tell. So in court, she says that Tommy did it. Tommy Egan. And they're like, why would Tommy do it? They was good friends. How you gonna make Tommy do it? She said, because I told him to. So then, like, the Democratic Party been trying to, like, fight this because they don't want Tasha to mess up Ghost's name because Ghost was actually going to be VP candidate for something. And you can't mess up the Democratic Party like that. No. So they trying to say, you know what, Tasha was actually the bad person, not Jamie, and she's the queen pin of the drug cartel, and they trying to put out on Tasha. So once she said that she told Tommy to, they said, hey, that's it right there, queen pin. So then they're like, okay, here go the paper. He take it up to the court. We want to drop the charges. Right. We're going to let it go. Really? Yeah. Okay, so it's over. Case dismissed. Then Sachs go over and he arrests Tasha for
RICO charges.
Yes. Which is crazy.
Which is kingpin laws.
And it's crazy because I was like, wow, Sachs actually did it because Tariq still has that blackmail on him. So I wonder how he's gonna get out of that. So it's about to be deep. It's about to be weave stories, entanglements all over. And I'm excited for this season. Are you excited for this season?
Absolutely. I think it's gonna be a great one. I can't wait for this one. I can't wait for the one with Tommy. I think those, if they're only gonna do those two, I think those will be dope in itself.
Well, I think the only one that was initially like agreed upon by Stars was the one with Tariq, was this one. But it was crazy because 50 Cent put out 3. He put out the one with Tariq, the one with Tommy, and the one with Goats and Tommy and Angela when they were teens.
Right.
But the only one that was actually spoken for, that was actually given a go, was Tariq, and they just agreed to do the Tommy one. Yeah. So the Tommy one is actually probably going to start production soon, which I hope they hurry up and knock it out because you don't know when COVID don't hit again, and we might not have no more TV to watch. So get us some episodes. Come on, chop, get to work.
But it's not reality TV, so I mean, they can actually knock it out. They can do it.
They can do it quickly with.
Yeah.
But I mean, if it's a pandemic and it hits and numbers go up, they can stop production because they stop production for regular shows. Like they had to do. I know I watched The Blacklist, and the final episode was all animated. It was different because we've been watching it as like actual television show, and they made it like a cartoon, like a comic, to finish it because they couldn't actually film.
Right.
So I feel like, I mean, I think it was a native and something that they could do. It's creative and it's something to keep it going. Right. But get to work. Y'all better get like Tyler Perry, get in that studio and start pushing out episodes.
Or go down to Tyler Perry's studio.
Do what you gotta do. Yeah. So
he'll sanitize it for you.
So guys, that was episode 1 of Power Book 2.
Power Book 2. Ghost.
And
I don't know why they call him Ghost. He like Lil Boo.
I told
he's a baby ghost. He's a boo.
That was me saying he's trying to be Ghost. See, I think he's trying to be Ghost. Maybe he wants to be Ghost, but better than Ghost. I can do this, and I can do this better than you. I'm gonna prove that I'm a better person.
But Ghost was very smart, though.
He was. So the only reason that Ghost got murdered to me was because his son did it.
Yeah.
If it wouldn't have been anybody else, he wouldn't have let them kill him. he just was like, so, you know what I mean? Like, would you have done that? Took that L?
No, I would punch my kid. I ain't son, nothing. I'm a punch.
Yeah.
Knock you out. I ain't gonna kill you. I'm gonna knock you out though.
You gonna knock him out? Okay.
Yeah.
Don't hurt my kids. No, don't hurt my kids.
Take my belt off.
I don't know, a belt versus a bullet.
After I knock him out, then I hit him with a belt.
Oh, okay.
Flex on him a little bit.
Okay.
Show off.
Okay. Well, anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Hopefully, you guys like it. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, and we are gonna come back with another review. Hopefully, I can get him to come in more often, and we can talk. He said he doesn't do the camera.
I don't do cameras, y'all. I
So-
do music and I do writing, but it's all good. I'm gonna do this series, so I'm telling y'all now, I'm gonna commit to this series. We're gonna make it fun. We're gonna make it entertaining. Next week will be better than this week.
We'll have notes.
We'll have notes.
So we'll talk to y'all later.
All right.
Deuces.